Content over everything.
Yeah, rolling still. I say with Dijon, respect. Outside the spot where it went down, you get me?
Absolutely, yeah.
You saying though, fam? Explain what happened to the people that we don't know.
It was a clear-cut case of profiling. If you know me personally, that's why I was so grateful for the comments of the people that are vouching for my character. If you know me personally, you know I actively build my community. I teach my clients, my students to actively build their community. And my main point to the whole situation is how can I be building a system that tears me down? I teach them to build a system that tears me down. We're supposed to be on the same side. You see me, you profile me in an area that is predominantly black, and you continue to rough me up, to try to accuse me of being aggressive, accuse me of being a thief, a drug dealer. I'm saying that just because of what I look like, it doesn't mean that I am what the profile is. And the profile is wrong anyway. The profile is wrong anyway, and it needs to be changed. Something needs to be done. And I stand as a representative of everyone that looks like me, everyone that's going through the same thing as I'm going through. Because if not, then we're literally teaching the next generation that it's acceptable for people to be treated in the same way that I was treated.
You saying what, he just run up on man for nothing?
Me and my brother, literally, I was standing outside this restaurant. I was speaking to the owner of the restaurant, and we had a conversation. My brother was speaking to the owner of the shop next to me, and then as they were having a conversation, he said, "Oh, that's my brother." Then he came over and he spotted me, touched me. For those that don't know, it's a fist bump. And then the police, they were already creeping at this point. They came over. The first thing she did was proceeded to grab me aggressively, and I said, "Don't touch me." And the reason why I told her not to touch me is because I don't know her. I don't know if she's a police officer. She hasn't explained anything to me. She hasn't explained who she is, what she's trying to do. She proceeded to grab me, so I told her to not touch me. I then took out my phone and started to record because I've been here several times with the police. I've been here several times, and I've learned that the best weapon I can have against people that are trying to accuse me of doing something that I haven't been doing is to record and to back myself, make sure that I am covered, essentially.
See them there? See them there? See the other squad there? See them there? MA60TWG, yeah, 4 of them. 4 white guys in the car, blood. That's definitely shit.
Yeah, so what happened was unacceptable, only because of what I do, what I stand for, what I know a lot of people that look like me doing what they stand for, and it's imperative for there to be a change, because if not, you're just, I don't even know how to articulate, but you're creating an issue that doesn't have to be there. You're creating an issue that does not have to be there. I wear a tracksuit because I'm a basketball coach. That's a part of my business model. That's why I'm wearing a tracksuit on Deptford High Street. Everybody wearing a tracksuit on the High Street is not a drug dealer. We're not doing drugs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Did you hear what happened to Mo Farah just now? Mo Farah, yeah, is getting harassed and grabbed up and draped up in an airport in Germany. Wow. On camera. He's live and the security guard is dragging him up. Mo Farah. Wow. And he's Sir Mo Farah. He got knighted by the Queen. You understand?
Wow.
What's the reasons they gave?
There's no reasons, fam. They're just harassing him.
What's the reasons that they gave?
They're not even giving no reason. They're telling him to get to his terminal. They say, go to your terminal, and they're pushing him. He said, you don't need to push me.
Wow.
And they're pushing him, then they're dragging him around, fam. It's on internet. You're gonna see. It's on his own Instagram. I saw that today. So it showed me that, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are or where you are, blood. You get me? From you look a certain way, you get me? You're gonna be a target. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why there needs to be a change, because I look a certain way. Yeah. I look a certain way. Like me, like most young kids, young black kids, I come from a bad place. I come from a very bad place, and I've seen the higher majority of people that I grew up with go the wrong way. Now, if I'm an example of someone that's taken the right steps to go the right way, why must I be reprimanded and treated like a common criminal when I am not?
Trust.
Yes, my brother, how you doing, man? Mad love. I've been meaning to come and greet you. I've been meaning to come and greet you and say thank you so much for your support in the situation.
Yes, sir. More
yeah,
love,
thank you
brother.
so much.
Yeah.
Fam. So what are you saying? What are you looking
We
to
saying
do
he was there or something?
Say again? This is the owner of the shop.
The owner of the shop?
Oh, the owner of the shop? Yeah. Okay, so you see everything going.
Bro, I was there, man.
Yeah.
I was there, fam.
Yeah.
And what's your thoughts, my brother?
No.
It's just harassment straight.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so there you see it.
This is the man I don't think it was the camera, but this is the man that I was speaking to in the shop when she said, I see you pop your head in there. She's talking about a business owner, a man that is running a legitimate business that's been established.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A legitimate business that's established in his community. He's very well known in his community for providing good food and good company, good people, good vibes. That's what he does. And I'm greeting him, I'm speaking to him. So for me to be demonized and to make it seem like I'm talking to somebody and I'm talking to somebody else, you don't know him. That's why I say you don't know him, you don't know me. You don't know my brother. To be demonized like this is unjust, and there has to be a change. There has to be a change. There has to be a change.
Basically, what I saw from the video from first, yeah, they've approached him without reasonable grounds, yeah. They've seen him with his brother fist budding. It was like fist bud. It wasn't a handshake.
Yeah, not even a handshake.
It wasn't even a handshake.
There was no exchange.
It was a closed fist bud. So there's definitely no exchange. Where she said she's seen an exchange, yeah. Now, what we have to understand is reasonable grounds is you have to see, smell, touch or hear something that directly links that individual to a crime.
Absolutely.
If you don't see, smell, touch or hear something that directly links that individual to a crime, you're acting out of prejudice.
Absolutely.
You understand? And if you're and what's the definition of terrorism? Terrorism is someone who applies their political agenda by intimidation or force. That's the Webster English Dictionary definition of terrorism. Their political agenda is racial profiling here, yeah? And they're applying this racial profiling by intimidation and force. And the way I can see that is because not only did they approach him and say they saw a transaction, not only did they, when he put his hands by his side, he didn't put his hands in his pocket, he put his hands back by his side because he had made a gesture with the hand just now. He just finished actually making a gesture with the hand in question, and the hand went back beside his side. The officer said, don't put your hands in your pocket, and tried to insinuate that the hands was going in his pocket, and then this is why they cuffed him. Absolutely. When he was cuffed, he was not moving, he was standing completely still. When they're saying don't resist arrest, they're saying that to incite something, because they want to see, they want to have any reason to rough the brother up. He did not give them that. The search has come back and proved that she was wrong. There was no transaction.
Absolutely.
You understand? So at this time, she's going to say, we was wrong, mate. I didn't see no transaction. I've wasted your time. This must be very embarrassing on the high road. She should be completely apologetic. What did she do instead? No. She was looking for any reason to arrest the brother. Absolutely. To the point where she's looking through the cards and asking about the cards. And when she asked him about the cards, rightfully so, he told her, none of your business, because he was not obliged to tell her whose card it was.
Absolutely.
You understand? The card had not been reported stolen. No one had phoned them about any card. When they stopped him for drugs, not handling stolen goods. Once you don't find drugs, you leave him alone. Instead, they want to incite handling stolen goods. If they thought the card was stolen, they could have, with their resources, used their resources to find out if the card was stolen. When this card comes back not stolen, they let you go along your way. Instead, they said they was arresting him for suspicion.
No suspicion.
No, oh yeah, they was arresting him for handling stolen goods.
For handling
you understand? Not
You
suspicion.
got arrested in the end, yeah?
I got arrested for handling stolen goods.
What
Not
happened with
on
that
suspicion of handling. It's all on the video. Not on suspicion of handling stolen goods, but for handling stolen goods. Now that's a serious accusation that could lead. I know what the situation is, but just the accusation alone could paint me in a positive light, a negative light. Being stopped and searched on the street could paint me in a negative
Trust
light.
me.
Do you understand? When I say the humiliation, I'm not trying to make myself. I'm not a victim. I'm not trying to make myself a victim because hundreds of thousands, millions of people go through this every day. Stops and searches, I can see the need for them. I can understand what the purpose is, but when you continually get it wrong, I can see how it could be a problem at the same time. Okay? The card was given to me by a friend. For everyone, for the naysayers and people saying different things, I don't feel obliged to tell people that, but just for the sake of clarity, the card was given to me by a friend who asked me she personally put the card in my wallet, asked me to hold on to her card for her, and I said that's fine. Somebody else's card in your bank, in your wallet, is not theft.
Trust me.
Even you could have found somebody's bank card, put it in your wallet, and you're taking it to report to the police station or whatever to report it, or however you want to go about what you're doing. It's not theft.
Someone could have left it somewhere and you could be returning it to them.
Understand what I'm
they
saying?
could have left it on a bus and you're returning it to them tomorrow.
Do you understand what I'm
and you've
saying?
got the card.
So to be called a thief
It's disgusting.
is actually completely unacceptable. It's not acceptable by any standard, and I don't appreciate it on any level. And something will happen, something will change, because it has to. Something will change because it has to. This is not the first time it's happened to me. That's what my problem is. For anyone saying, oh, but it happens to everyone, it happened to me, I understand it's probably happened to people multiple times, but what I'm saying is, if you have somebody trying to actively build something and trying to correlate with the law that he stands under, and that same law says, I don't care what you're trying to achieve, I don't care what you're trying to do, I will continue to try to break you. I will call you a thief, I will call you a drug dealer, I will do what I need to do to you, I will be aggressive and squeeze the cuff on your arm and pull it down, and I will leave you standing there, and I will not apologize. I will walk back to my van, I will not apologize. What message are we sending? What is the message exactly? What are we as a community? When I say a community, I mean the whole of the UK. What are we trying to build? What are we trying to establish? Is the UK a great nation, or is it a nation trying to incite negative views on a particular ethnicity or particular people of class or whoever's been through it? I don't know the answer to that question, but I know that for me personally, I will do whatever it takes, but that's within my power, to stand against anybody that's going through this, and to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen to me again.
So yeah, we're back on the spot, police UK, and just look out for this area. Yeah. Yeah. Right. We came back to investigate the scene of the crime. You understand? And just know people stand strong. You understand?
Absolutely.
Know your rights.
Know
We should be
your
doing 1-2 projects to push it further. You understand? Stand strong. Make sure you got your cameras out. Make sure you got space on your phone. Go into your WhatsApp and delete all the links inside those WhatsApp groups, so you've always got space on your phone.
Absolutely,
yeah?
absolutely.
And you're always able to protect yourself and document what's going on.
Absolutely.
And soon, like I said, we're working on it right now. We're working on a database in which not only when police stop and search you in an area, that area, we're going to have people operating in that area. And like I said, there's going to come a time when we're going to start stopping and searching the police. We're going to start stopping and searching their minds, and we're going to start reminding them that we do not deal with harassment, and there are people everywhere that are watching them and that are completely against harassment of any kind. You understand? So we're going to have a database where we can know where this is happening. We're going to have a database where we can be exposing these anyone acting as a terrorist in our community. You understand? Because like I said, terrorism is someone who has a political agenda and they enforce it by intimidation or force. And there's a political agenda right now in our community being enforced, which is mass incarceration. Yeah? And for me, it's modern day enslavement. You understand? Because the officer was there to protect property, and he used to run after brothers who was running away from his system, and nothing ain't changed. You understand? So I just stand in complete solidarity with Dijon. I give thanks for the way the brother is standing. You get me? And people just stand with the brother. Look for his Instagram, Dijon Joseph. Go into the Facebook to see the full video. And you should see the full video on YouTube soon. And yeah, my family, just big up to yourself, my brother. You get me? You don't know where it is, family. Yeah? As soon as I heard, I had to make sure I made the link and made sure the thing was thing. Big up Boogs for doing a big live show with the brother today. Big up everyone involved. Big up Content Over Everything for coming out on the front line. You get me? Big up the Triple Aces. You get me? Danny and S. Dunno. You get me? Dunno. Yes, sir.
Content over everything. Content over everything. From your melanin.
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to. Fist on my chest, cross like Malcolm X, forever Wakanda. Sisters like Winnie Mandela, fist in the air and a screaming a man la. Hey. Huey P, that's a real Black Panther. Bobby Seale, that's a real Black Panther. Fred Hampton, that's a real Black Panther. Hey. Two fists on my chest, crossed like Malcolm X, forever Wakanda. Sisters like Winnie Mandela, fist in the air and a screaming a man la. Khalid Mohammed and Sarge Shakur, real Black Panthers. You know I roll with some real Black Panthers. Captain Rambo, real Black Panther. Free my Mia, real Black Panther. Two fists on my chest.